The topic of today is, should you pursue money or passion in your 20s? So, I'm going to speak for where I currently am now. This wasn't me 2, 3 years ago, but this is me now. And my answer is yes, you should pursue money. So, right now, I am pursuing the job that pays me the highest, or rather the job offer that will pay me the highest. The I'm willing to work for the company that will pay me the highest because I have bills to pay, rent, I pay light bills, all these little things. I have to do my hair, I have to dress good because you can have clients walking and you look all tattered. I mean, who would trust you with their money if you do not look a certain kind of way? Not that I haven't bought into this flashy fashion trend thing. I'm not someone that keeps up with the trends. I'm not a social media person. I think I'm the most backward person you will find on the internet because I really don't know what trends are popping right now. I'm not on TikTok, Instagram. I really just go there just to scroll around a little bit. But yeah, but life is expensive and cost of living in Cameroon where I stay, my country is very high. Like Yaoundé is so expensive. Transportation itself is so expensive. Coming to the office is so expensive. House rent is expensive. Feeding is expensive. Like, I mean, I don't know what's happening to our country, Sha, but things are getting tougher. So you need the money. And this is no jab to those that are pursuing passion because I think I have found something I want to do for now, which is intellectual property. And 2, 3 years ago, I did not really care about the money. It was more of I wanted to learn, I wanted to really have a feel of what it will feel like to work in an IP firm and really get to understand IP. Not that I really have a full understanding of IP because I'm still learning, but now with the and 3 years ago I was in my mom's house, so I moved out and I'm currently 2 years on my own. And so with when I was with my mom, I don't have bills to pay. Like, she was still funding everything. If I ran short of money, she would still send me money. But now I have completely moved out. I have changed towns, so I'm on my own in a different town. So it's really on me now, and so money really matters a lot to me. I got to realize that having a good salary helps make the working environment conducive for you. It gives you the peace of mind to actually take the time to learn the field in which you're in. And now, yeah, sure, there are so many people that are pursuing their passions, staying the course, and I mean, I wasn't always paid well. Like, my salary now is the highest salary I've ever been paid ever since I started working in 2019. Because I started working when I left. Immediately, I had my degree, and it started from internships, obviously. And then I got work, and then I left the first law firm to the second firm, and then now I'm working at my third firm, and where I'm being paid the highest. But it wasn't always like this. So I guess I can understand those that stay the course, but can I stay the course without getting any source of income back, or stay the course getting income that does not meet my basic needs? No. um in the other two firms that I was working at, what I got was able to at least meet up my basic needs. Like, I was able to maintain the roof over my head, I was able to eat the way I was able to eat. But the truth is, money stress, you don't plan it. It just kind of happens. I don't know if it's because we're living in a capitalist world right now. I don't know. But there is just something when you're eating from hand to mouth, when you're having like hand to mouth, you can only sustain it for so long before it really starts getting to you and the pressure starts getting to you. So I am not ashamed to say I am pursuing money right now because I feel like in your 20s, your passions are very fleeting. You don't really have a match. I don't know for everyone, but I believe that in your 20s is a learning stage. You're trying to understand yourself, what you like, what your standards are, what your boundaries are. and you don't really know yourself that way. So I'm just like, the only constant thing that you can chase at this stage is money, and not really passion, because one moment you can be passionate about being a model, the next time you're passionate about being an actor or actress, the next moment you're passionate about being an author, the next moment you're passionate about banking, accounting. So it's really fleeting, really. But I believe that looking at what are the highest paying fields, okay, I studied law, okay, what areas of law are high paying, and start, you choose one of them and you test them out. If it doesn't work out, you try the next paying one. And for me, that is how I kind of stumbled on IP, because I really understood that while IP is it's all around us, it's a really good paying field of law. And I I really love criminal law and all the aspects of law, but it just didn't pay as much in my eyes, you know. But IP does pay; it really pays a lot, and so I'm just like, wow, okay. So that was kind of like my driving for, and I'm not ashamed to say it, because I feel like I'm in my 20s. If there's any time where I can chase money without any repercussions or anything, it's now. And sometimes you can chase money and actually stumble on something that you're really passionate about, because unless you put yourself out there, you'll not know what you like. FYI, this um episode is not scripted, so I'm basically talking as I'm thinking as I speak. So if it seems like I'm all over the place, I hope that you're still able to make sense or understand what I'm trying to say. So this is me just explaining my notion on why I feel like money is what we can really follow in our 20s. And that's not to say I condone scamming or prostitution. Neither do I condemn them, but it's not, I don't believe that we should just do anything for money. You understand? While money is important, I believe in getting money the legit way. I don't believe in stealing or being corrupt in any form. Again, no judgment. I don't know their story. I don't know how they got there. I don't know why they got there. But I've been fortunate enough to not have to get so low to do those things for money. So I'm very fortunate, and I understand that I'm very fortunate. So that's a whole nother topic, and it's not something I like to touch on because I've not been in their shoes. Neither have I really spoken to anybody to really understand what drove him or her into any of these fields that we don't like to talk about. Yeah. So we're not gonna talk about that, but I do believe that in your 20s you chase money because you're young, you're agile. This is the time when you should work your highest money for me. And then from your 30s, I feel like getting to your 30s, you kind of understand what you like. You kind of understand what kind of working environment you would tolerate and not tolerate. Because there's some people that, are working in a very lucrative field, but when they get to 35, 40, you're just like, oh no, you know what, I'm going to leave because this is really too toxic. It takes a lot of my time. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. But I feel like such a realization sometimes comes with age and experience, and then you get to realize that, okay, this is not what I want anymore, and I'll rather do this. I want to chill and no longer work as hard. So I'm going to find a job that doesn't need that much attention, something that I can chill with rather than the fast paced job that I was doing in my 20s and 30s. That gave me a lot of money, but it was time demanding, was a lot of brain work. I was always exhausted. But till I get to that stage, I will still be chasing money till I really find that thing that transcends money and transcends any other thing. Till then, for now, money is one of the highest driving forces when I am looking for a career path or a company to work with. Money and how the working environment is, but your salary greatly influences how you perceive the working environment, because if you're a 9 to 5 like me, you work Mondays to Friday. Some people even work to Saturday. So when you have a good salary, it motivates you. It helps you get out of bed. It helps you look forward to tomorrow. It helps you do your job well because at least you know that, okay, I'm not sacrificing my time for nothing. But when the pay really doesn't seem that big in your eye compared to what you do, given they'll never pay you as much as you do, but it should at least try to come close. The compensation should really be a compensation that you can acknowledge. It helps you do your job well. And while you will not always get the highest pay at the beginning of your career. You have to stay the course sometimes. You have to really stay the course and grow and get the working experience and the years and the knowledge to be able to truly prove that you deserve a certain salary. But there's some people that, will rather stay home and stay with their parents to work on a passion. Perhaps you're an author, you're passionate about writing, and it's not cashing in as much as you want. And you decide to stay and continue writing without looking for any other job. You really want to give your 100% attention to writing. Good for you, but I do believe that it doesn't make sense to do that in your 20s. If you want to write, you can always write in your spare time. I believe that we 9 to 5ers have a lot of time, way more time than people don't understand. People think that 9 to 5ers don't have time. We have a lot of time. We're not like entrepreneurs that work round the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We 9 to 5ers actually have a lot of time to do other things on the side. So if you're an author, you can always, when you don't have a task to be done at the office, you can just sit down and write maybe a chapter or two. When you get back home at 5 or 6, you can just write a chapter or two. During your weekends when you're not working, you write a chapter or two. And for me, I feel like having something on the side that brings in money helps, gives you the peace of mind to follow your passion, because will your parents keep funding your passions as you get older? Like, you're in your 30s and you want to do music, and you're your parents, and every time you want to book a session or shoot a music video or something, you always have to go back to your mom or dad and be like, Mom or Dad, please give me money. Like, would that sit well with you? Like, I feel like if you're a responsible person, you will not want to still be asking money for that. So I believe that you should always have something to say. Like, even if you, when you really listen to some celebrities talk about their lives, most of them were waiting tables. Most of them were working as hostesses. Most of them were working as bankers before they left after some time to fully chase their passions. That is because you need some sort of security to be able to fund your passion. I don't believe that you should be a starving artist to show your dedication to whatever art you've chosen to partake. You don't need to be a starving actor or musician. You can get something doing. Nothing is stopping you from working and doing music at the same time. Nothing is stopping you from acting and working at the same time. You can start a business. You can start selling anything. You can start selling shoes and singing. You can start selling bags and acting. You can start selling things and writing. Like, whatever it is that you're passionate about, you can. Even if you're passionate about doing nails, you one day want to open your own nail salon. When you're not working, you can go maybe during the weekends, and you practice. You get your trainings during the weekends, or when you're on leave, you get your trainings. Ways to understand, like, YouTube is there now. When you come back home, you can sit with your equipment and just start practicing different nail designs. Like, nothing stops you from following your passion, but I believe that you should still chase money, honestly. And lucky for those whose passion actually are bringing in the money, good for you. But for those whose passions take a longer time to cash in, find something doing on the side. So again, I would say in your 20s, you should chase money. Honestly, you should chase money, but not at all cost. Honestly, not at all cost. All the ritualist and the prostitution, the scamming, all those type of ways, it's not worth it, because I feel like it's doing you more harm than good. So I believe that if you can find a legit means to get money, even if it's to sell tomatoes in the market, open a small shed to sell foodstuffs, a provision store, something, or go and intern somewhere where they'll be giving you money, or go as a sales girl in somebody's boutique. anything that can just be giving you the money that you need to be able to create or be able to follow your passion, I believe that that makes a lot more sense. Because again, like I said, following money can actually accidentally lead you to what you're actually passionate about. You can get, maybe you studied accounts, you're passionate about accounting, but there is no accounting job. You're not just going to sit home. If you find a customer service job or you find a secretary job, you can just apply, because you never know. You never actually know what that job can do for you, what connections you can make in that place that will be able to open you doors to doing what it is that you're passionate about. Okay, so that's my own 2 cents. But for those who think that if you're passionate about something, only stick to that thing, good for you. But I do believe that chasing your passions only in your 20s is very limited. Like, why put yourself in a box when you don't even know who you are yet? And even if you think you know yourself, there is still so much to learn. There is still, you have a whole life ahead of you to figure out your likes, your dislikes. Like, we change. Most of us, you can attest to this, when we're younger, wanted to be pilots and all these things. But as we got older, we're just like, no, I want to be this, I want to be that. Things will begin to dawn on you with age, I believe, and we experience and just we meeting people of different fields. So I believe in putting yourself out there. And one thing that will always put you out there is money, like chasing money and the comfortable life, and just creating this how do I call it, financial independent lifestyle or financial abundance lifestyle. True, giving, God is the one that blesses us financially, but we should equally put in the effort. So yeah, that's where I am, 25 years old. I am chasing, but like when I was looking for the job before I got this one, I actually was applying everywhere. I did law in school, but I was applying in banks. I was applying for secretary jobs. I was applying in different fields that I think I could. I even applied in communications, social media marketing. If you know me, you know I'm not a very social media person, but I can take good videos. I've learned how to do graphic designs and stuff like that. So I was actually applying in areas where I thought I could apply. And honestly, it actually was fun when I started applying for teachers, because I was just like, okay, these are actually things that might give me a new perspective on life, new experience. And it adds to your portfolio, it adds to your CV. And again, you don't know what doors these experiences might open up for you. So for me, money, it really is the best driving force for me in your 20s. Again, not everything, it, not all type of money is good money. So I'm talking about chasing good money, legit money. Again, I don't know what is good for you, but as a Christian, there are certain things that I just wouldn't do for money. But again, like I said, it's as you go older that you know, that you get to learn what your boundaries are, what you stand for, what you don't stand for, what your principles are, what your morals are. So, and so I'm not ashamed to say, like, I'm chasing money. I'm chasing the most lucrative field in my career, like it, the most lucrative field right now in law to be in. And maybe 2 3 years from now, I can forgo all of it and stop chasing money and chase something else. So but for now, it's money for me. And I do believe that while you're young and agile, you should work as much money as you can, set up as much income streams as you can, so that when you get older, those now money can start working for you and you don't have to stress as much. Like, it really breaks my heart when I walk on the streets and I see our grandparents like going to the market to still sell, carrying heavy things to sell, or working with containers. Like, most of them do it because they like it, but just they thought that they might be doing it to actually feed children in their houses, just because they perhaps were not chasing money in their youth or something like that. Like, I just believe that the world has evolved. There are so many opportunities, and we should make the most of it in your 20s, 30s, to really work as much money as you can, set as many income streams as you can, so that as you get older, you can have more time to really focus on things that you actually care really much about. So that's my own 2 cents. It's a little longer for a returning episode, but I just thought to talk about it. It's something that many people don't talk about. I think it's something that we are very, some people are shy to say. Money is my driving force now. People are afraid to seem materialistic or too money minded, but there's nothing wrong with it because you need money for everything. You need money. So we see people following their dreams, but you don't know how much time they have worked to put money in their bank accounts to be able to fund their lifestyle. Like people don't just wake up and quit jobs just to quit. They have saved up, they have planned for this. They have planned their next step. So yeah, so I believe that, we do need money for everything. And so in your 20s and maybe in your 30s, for me, I feel like you should just chase as much money as, try and make as much money as you can. When I say chase money, it almost seems like a really bad thing because some people say don't chase money, if no money will never come to you. But I believe that work as much money as you can. That's the better way to say it. Work as much money as you can in your 20s, 30s. And like I said, just putting yourself out there, you'll actually get to realize what it is that you're passionate about. And 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you might be doing something else. You might be singing a different tone. You might be saying something else. I don't believe in figuring out what you want to do for the rest of your life because I think it's very illogical. What I do is I think about what I want to do now because I know that next year I can be singing something else. A few months from now, I can be singing something else. And it's normal. We change, things change. We're on the journey. So I don't believe in figuring out what you want to do for the rest of your life because that does not make sense. And I feel like that is what keeps us very stagnant because we're so worried about what I want to do for the rest of my life. We're trying to fall in love with something for the rest of our lives and forgetting that let's just live in the now. What if you don't see next year? What if you don't see next month? Will you be happy dying not doing what you wanted to do because you were trying to figure out if it's something that you want to do for the rest of your life? Like I'm doing IP now, but who knows? Maybe in my 30s, I might want to go into banking, I may want to go into accounting. I actually thought about taking um an accounting class, a business management class when I was applying for these jobs. I actually thought about studying communications. Like those are things that I'd never entertained until I started seeing that there were job opportunities for these things. I started applying for these things. I started having a feel that, oh wow, I could actually do this. This really matches my personality. Like it's something that I can actually feel comfortable doing. So um I mean, it's a good thing that I did get a job in my IP that I love, and I'm still enjoying IP. But you never know. On the side, I can still want to do communications. On the side, I can still want to study accounting. Everything just adds. Adds to your portfolio, and studying accounting and getting a certificate in accounting will open me more doors than what my legal field can offer me. So that's my opinion on the topic. And in case you not get my answer, I do believe that in your 20s and perhaps in your 30s, you should be pursuing money above passion or alongside your passion. And that concludes our episode of today. Thank you so much for watching to the end. And as always, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. See you in our next episode. Bye.